friends. This is Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. I'm getting set up to do a series of videos, which will be me showing you how I make the celebration journals. It's not really a tutorial, sort of a craft along with me kind of thing. But if you do want to craft along with me, I thought I would give you some sort of supplies list of what you might need, what you can use to make your own journal. So, as you can see, I've got my lovely little box here. I always work from a project box. I keep all my stuff to get well. You know, I always find more things that I have to need. But if you sort of gather all your things together, this works for me. You do it the way you do it. But if I gather all my things together, then I've sort of got, I don't know, my base to start with, I guess. So this is what I'm going to be using to make the celebration journal. And this one's going to be a memory one. Memory journals are special to me because you can celebrate a certain memory that maybe you wouldn't get a Hallmark card for. You could celebrate a person's life, a cherished memory, a time in your life, whatever you want to celebrate with a memory journal. They're very uniquely personal, I suppose. Okay, so what you'll need is, let me get some of this stuff out of the way and I can explain myself as I go. I have to use a little bit of parchment paper and I'll explain that in a minute. Some ribbon, choose whatever color you want. This is a sort of a salmony pink, I think. Okay. Now, lots of people use different corner rounders. Use whichever one you like. I use both of these. Get them in shot. This one can mess up. You have to be very careful with it. This one can mess up, but less often. This one's got a bigger round than this one does, so I kind of like still using it because of that. Corner rounders to me are important because I think it looks better. So corner rounders you'll need, or if you're going to do it the way I do it, you'll need them. I always need a pencil. Okay. A little bit of cotton fabric. I like to fray mine. Let me see if I can get that close enough. I like to fray mine. Sometimes I cover the edges of it even after I fray it, but I always give myself the option to leave it out or cover it up. So there you go. Put my pencil down. Silly person. Okay, bone folder. Yeah, it's been well used. You need to crease things, so there you go. And some kind of a, I know people call them a pokey tool or whatever. This is a Cricut weeding tool, but it works really good for a lot of pokey tool items. Okay. Pair of scissors. Okay, I know it's the dreaded double-sided tape. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people are scared to death of it. I love it, but it does give you some grief if you're not careful with it. Maybe I can show you how I use it, because I put it down with glue. That way I have a little bit of time before everything sticks to where you're going to rip your project apart. So I'll show you how to do that, or how I do it. I'm sure everybody has their own way of doing things. A ruler, you know, you're gonna have one of those. Okay, so glue. Okay, I use these little bottles with the lids on them because I do not like those needles that sometimes say they're stainless steel and they're not, and I just don't like the needles and trying to keep up with them. This works really great. The little, whatever that little rubber cap on it. Okay. My glue of choice, and I've tried gobs of different glues, is Cosmic Shimmer. It's just as good as art glitter glue, and art glitter glue is really good. But it's just a touch cheaper. You can get bigger bottles of it. So I like that. And I put it in the little bottle. The other glue I'm going to be using with this, and I use this when I'm going to do like fabric spines and stuff. It's a bookbinding glue. It's a professional quality, you know, it says archival adhesive, dries clear, remains flexible. That's the part that I like. It doesn't get stiff or brittle or anything like that. It glues things down permanently, but it stays soft and flexible and pliable. So I like that part of it. Let's see. So there you go. I use that to put on my little bit of cotton on the spine. And on my bigger journals, I use it for book covers and such. Okay, excuse me. And that's where the parchment paper comes in, because I don't like getting glue all over my work area. So I put the parchment paper under what I'm working on when I'm doing glue. And nothing really can stick to parchment paper. So works for baking, works for crafts. There you go. Okay, so I've also done a bit of pre-cutting different little weeds and leaves and stems and things, because I'm going to be using my birds papers. So it's going to be a little bit on the nature theme for this journal. This is the envelopes I use envelopes for the base of the celebration journal. Okay, so this one, now you can use any size envelope you have. You don't have to use the size I'm using or the kind I'm using. You know, this, I like the thickness of it because it's a craft paper kind of envelope. So I like that, and I actually like the look of it. So that's what I use. It's 5 3/4 inches this way, 8 3/4 inches this way. I did not measure the centimeters. I'm sorry. Okay, so I guess I got my ruler right here. I could look and see what it is that way. Centimeters are 22 centimeters and 14.5 centimeters, I think. Somewhere thereabouts. Okay, so you'll need 3 of these. And I'll show you how to put them together in our first craft along. Okay? Alright, these are the bird papers I did a flip through before, and I'll put the link to that video in the description box. So, my bird papers. Okay, this is going to be, that's not my front cover. I was going through them now and I've got them all. Okay, this is going to be my front cover, this side of the paper. That'll be my front mat. And then this side will be my back. Okay? So you need 3 printed out on lightweight cardstock, I would say. That's what I'm using. This will be 2 inside mats. You know, this page and that page. And then this will be the other 2 inside mats for the journal. Alright, so that's my other, I'm using my dividers. That's my other envelope. So, like I said, you'll need 3. These I printed out on lightweight cardstock. I chose 2 pages and printed them on 1 page. They make great tags to do this. They also make, maybe I'll turn it this way you can see the whole thing. They also make really good inserts for your middle pocket for a big journaling card, so you can do lots of things with that. So just pick out the ones you like. use the bird papers, use whatever papers you want to use. This is just what I'm using to make this celebration journal. So yeah, just pick out the ones you want to use and get them ready. That's my third envelope. As I said, you'll need 3. This is, oh come on, this is the, it in shot. This is the pages I've chosen for the signature. They're lined on one side and not lined on the other. That way it gives you freedom to write wherever you want to write, or put pictures in, or whatever you want to do with it. So there are 11 pages here, and excuse me, you will fold them in half. They will fit into the journal just barely, but they fit. So just fold it in half, and I don't fold them all at one time. I fold them one at a time because you get a better crease and they stack into each other better. We'll get to that later. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with this. Get my, oh, I don't have to divide them now. I'm not doing it. Okay, all my papers and stuff back together. All my envelopes and all these things. If you don't have a die cut machine to make your little, you know, fancy dies and stuff like that. Ooh, I'm not good at this still. Where is it? Anyways, pick up the whole thing. There you go. If you don't have a die cut machine, you can always use fussy cuts, you know, little bits of, even cut out parts of these papers. They are great for that, or whatever papers you're using. So, ooh, dropping things. It will be fun if you come craft along with me, and we'll make us a celebration journal. It'll be I don't say it's going to be easy, okay? Because you always run into road bumps and have to work out a few things. That's the way these things are. You have to do your problem solving, your planning, your fixing the little boo-boos that happen along the way, because they do. Another few things you might want to start thinking about gathering if you're going to craft along. You'll need some charms. I didn't mean to say gems. Charms to hang from places. What other embellishments you want? Lace. I didn't even put lace in here, but you need lace because that makes things pretty. You always add to this, but this is our basic starter. This is where we're going with it. So just look around in your stash and see what you have and pull it out. And hopefully I'll get the next video up real soon. And it'll start with the envelopes, the glue, the tape, the mats, the ribbon, things like that. You start with the bare basic piece, and then you just build from there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.